Hello everyone, my name is Danielle Jeffers. I'm the founder of Dough for Degrees LLC. Dough for Degrees is a scholarship coaching company where we teach students how to earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free. Today I want to talk to you about scholarships versus student loans. I'm a graduating senior at Virginia Tech and I've earned over $200,000 in scholarships. I'll graduate debt-free on May 17, 2019. My story is unique, and it's actually an anomaly because most students graduate with student debt. Today, I want to share my story with you and how my life will be different from those who've taken out student loans. So once again, we're at Virginia Tech's Newman Library. We're going to talk to a few students if they're willing to let us talk to them to see how their lives will play out, how they think they will play out having student debt versus earning scholarships. All right, so once again, I'm a Virginia Tech student. I'm Danielle Jeffers, and what's your name?
Rafael Shantos.
Awesome. And you said that you haven't taken out any student loans, you're on scholarships.
Yes.
How much money in scholarships do you think you've earned?
I have a grant that's usually worth like 5,000. I usually have like one that's only a couple thousand on. That rotates between different years. That you'll get a different one every year. So, I don't know, like for a year, maybe like 7,000 usually in scholarships, or maybe more. I don't really off the top of my head. It's been a while.
Totally. So how does that impact how do you think it will impact your life after you graduate?
I wouldn't have to worry about debt, which is nice because I've heard like stories of, especially I'm in state, so my tuition's not expensive, but my friends are out of state that take out loans, and I would not want to deal with that. It's just they're so expensive. So like, I think it actually made college like an affordable option for me to even attend, like going to a four-year university.
Most definitely. What advice would you give to a prospective student who wants to go to college but they don't have the money to go to school? So they're looking at student loans or scholarships.
I'd say, well, my parents just always push, always apply to scholarships. Just keep applying because sometimes some scholarships you'll get because no one else applies, but the more you apply to, the more likely you'll get at least one of them. Just look at different things. Like some scholarships are very specific, like you come from this high school, someone from that high school, and sometimes there are scholarships that are specific into majors or just something you've been in. Like there's Boy Scout scholarships. There's also scholarships I think for left-handed people. So you want to get to the big ones, also look for unique ones, just apply to all of them and take the time. A lot of people don't like applying to scholarships because they don't like writing essays or taking the time, but in the end, it's beneficial because other people also don't like writing essays, so those people are not going to apply. So if you apply, you never know, you might just get it, and it's worth the effort, even just writing a 300-word essay just if you get a scholarship from it.
Most definitely. Is there anything you would like to add in terms of how it's helped you be more, free in college, knowing that you don't have student loans? How has that impacted you mentally or your experience in college?
Well, it's a lot less anxiety to think about when I'm leaving school because you don't have to worry about, I have to start paying the loans back. But other than that, I still work through college, so I still have a whole job to have money pay for it and spending. But I think it's nice to not have to worry about I'm taking more loans out and just watching that debt build up from maybe not college yet or have a real job. So. Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, what's your name?
My name is June.
June?
Yeah.
Awesome. What year are you?
I'm a fifth-year senior.
Okay. What are you studying?
Aerospace engineering.
Aerospace engineering. And we're talking about scholarships and student loans today, but you said your experience doesn't relate to either one of those. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to have parents that could afford me tuition, so I didn't have to go through that.
Okay. How has that impacted your college experience? Do you think you have more freedom, flexibility as a student?
I don't think it was. I think it was just a neutral thing at the moment right now, but it will definitely help in the future because I know a lot of people have loans that they'll have to pay back in the future, and I'm pretty grateful. I don't have to worry about that.
Have any of the people you know, have they talked about how the loans are impacting them now?
Yeah, one of my friends, he has to pay the loan every month or something like that for years, and yeah, I mean that's only one person I know, and I'm sure a lot more people also go through that, and it seems like they would. It's not just a few years. It would be more than 10 years or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's pretty fortunate.
Most definitely. What suggestions would you give to an incoming student who's trying to figure out how they can pay for college? How they should pay?
I think people should look at their situations and kind of like be realistic, like, I'm not saying like don't like pursue a goal, but like if you have to like take out like a lot of loans to study something that that's unlikely to get you like a job or like a stable income, I think maybe you should like postpone your passion, maybe get a degree in something you can have a stable income, then start pursuing your like passion or dream. But that's just like, I think that only like applies to like a few people. But other than that, I think I just think, I don't know, I think college should be cheaper. Just like kind of just like we're in this thing where like people can't pay for it, and it shouldn't be this expensive, and it's just going back and forth. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yep. Well, thank you.
All right, Alex. So we've been talking about scholarships versus student loans. Now, I've spoken to a student who's taking out scholarships. I've spoken to a student whose parents are paying for them to go to school, and you said you've taken out loans.
Yeah.
What has that been like for you?
In terms of loans, I feel like it's pretty easy in terms of the process, but it's just a little bit time consuming in terms of like filling out all the information and like also discussing with your parents of like what you really want in loans and the amount of loans, I guess. So in terms of that, process is easy, but in terms of it is time consuming in terms of filling out all the information.
How do you think taking out loans has impacted your college experience?
In terms of, I don't think it really affected my experience in terms of like a positive or negative way, but in terms of being, I guess you could say like because I was able to take out more additional loans that I could do, I wouldn't have to worry about my parents in terms of like their financial like status or anything like that. So it definitely helped out them in terms of more than just me. So,
What's your major?
Business information technology.
Okay.
So,
All right. How do you see, just thinking about loans in the perspective of after graduation, do you think it will be a burden, or do you think you'll be able to pay it off quickly?
I think I'll be able to pay it off quickly. I think everyone has a different plan in terms of like whether they're going to move out or whatnot. But in terms of my plan, since I'm also a graduating senior, I was able to get a fortunate job as well from Accenture.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. But in terms, I plan to stay home for a couple of years and make sure that not spend too much money and just focus on paying a lot of my debt. So I think, but everyone has a different plan. So in terms of my situation, that's how I was going to tackle the situation in terms of paying off my loans.
Okay. Would you be willing to share about how much money in student loan debt you have?
I'm not sure about how much actual debt.
Okay.
In terms of, my parents are helping me in terms of like rent and stuff, and also in terms of that. But yeah, I'm not really quite sure about the amount yet. So, but I figured I should soon.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No problem.
See you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, everyone, we've heard from 3 different students. One student who's graduating debt-free by earning scholarships and grants. Another one whose parents are paying for them to go to school. And a third one who's taking out student loans, but they don't have any idea how much debt they're in. I don't want that to be you, so I encourage you to earn scholarships. And we can help you earn those scholarships through Dough for Degrees. We teach you how to earn scholarships to go to college and graduate debt-free. Visit doughfordegrees.com, that's DOUGH, the number 4, degrees with an S.com, for more information about our scholarship success programs, products, and services, as well as comment below on this video about which student you believe you can identify with best. I'll see you soon.